Welcome. In front of me is an Honor 600 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, before I get started with the actual reset, I do want to quickly talk about the fact that by performing this kind of reset, you will delete all of your data on the device. So, if you want to preserve some of it, maybe photos, videos, contacts, or anything like that, you probably want to back up your data. Now, I'll be going through just a quick show on how you can back up your data through a couple different methods on this device before I actually reset it. So if you're not interested in that, by all means, skip forward by like 6 minutes. But for people that are interested in it, there is two different methods of backing up your device. One would be basically provided to you by Honor. The other one is from Google. So let's start with the Google one, as this one is going to be available to you on literally every device. And we can find that obviously by going into our settings. There we go. And in settings, you can scroll all the way to the bottom to System and Update, and then select Backup and Restore. And here we have two different methods of backing up. Here is the Google one. Now if I click right here where I can't click, where it says Backup Accounts, if you click on here, you would typically be able to see somewhere right here two different check marks. So one would be for photos and videos, and the other one would be for other device data. Now unfortunately I can't really showcase this here because I don't have a Google account signed in, and for some reason I can't click on it without it. Normally you can, that's why I'm kind of saying. Now, Google account backup will be fine. It's not the best one. I generally dislike it. But to you, this could potentially be the only option that you can utilize. And if it's the only one, then by all means, it's not like you have a choice right here. But even if you don't have a choice, it's probably best that you know what kind of limitations it has. So when it comes down to photos and videos, which you can back up, number one, this data isn't really like personal at that point. When you're backing it up to the cloud, it means that Google can now use it to train their AI models, for instance. So I generally dislike it for that reason alone. But on top of that, it's also handicapping you how much of photos and videos you can back up, as your free tier of Google account only has 15 gigabytes of storage. So if you have more than 15 gigabytes of photos and videos, by all means, they're not going to be backed up above that 15 gigabytes. So anything above that is just left behind. So in this case, you need to do backup to your computer as well. Now, other device data will include things like your applications, app data, your call logs, contacts, messages, and so on. Now, again, on surface, this sounds great. It tells you that it backs up things like your apps and app data. But I do want to stop you right there. No, it doesn't. The telling you that it backs up something is a lie in here. Because when it comes down to applications, specifically for that purpose, it's not actually backing up the application, which means that it's actually lying to you what it's doing. And the reason for that is Google only, number one, if we even, for simplicity, let's call it a backup, which it's not. So Google only will back up applications that came from Play Store. Applications from any other store, they get ignored. If it didn't come from store, it's not their problem. It's kind of the logic here. Now, this in itself isn't, it's already kind of shady, I would say. But what it's even crappier for this purpose is the fact that applications that even came from Play Store don't always get backed up. Such as, for instance, Yuzu Emulator. It was I believe that was the emulator that was available on Play Store. It was an emulator used for emulating Switch. And it was on Play Store, and if you downloaded it when it was there, that's great. Now you're trying to back it up, which is fine, right? You have it, you want to back it up. Nothing weird happening here, right? It's all fine. But Google tells you that it backed it up. Now, when you go to restore this data, yeah, you're not restoring that user emulator because it no longer exists on Play Store, and Google never actually backed up this data. What it did is just create itself a sticky note that tells it that it needs to re-download it later on once you choose to restore this backup. But because this application no longer exists on Play Store, because Nintendo lawyers, Avengers of lawyers assembled and just basically nuked out of existence a user emulator from Play Store, it's no longer there. So Google cannot download something that it no longer has. And it didn't back it up. That's why I'm saying that it's factually lying to you what it's actually doing. Now you do have this option right here, backup. Now this one will be available to you, which is a fine one. Let me just allow all of it. If you're planning to use also another Honor device. So in this case, you can back it up to Honor Cloud, or you can back it up to an external storage and you would restore it on another Honor. At least I think it's limited only to Honor, which, you know, if you don't have a problem with that, if you're switching devices and the other phone is the same brand, that's fine. It will work great for you. And on top of that, if you're switching to that another device, instead of backing it up like this, what you could do instead is open up the application right here, device clone. This works between only Honor devices, and it will allow you to migrate all of your data from an old phone to another phone, to a new phone, that being an Honor. If you have a different brand of device, you would need to use the application of the phone you're moving the device to. So if you have a Samsung as a new device, you could potentially use Smart Switch. You download Smart Switch application on here through Play Store and then connect these two devices together, and it will look exactly the same as they do right here. And you would select that this is an old device, your new device obviously is new device, and it will allow you to move all of your data, regardless where it came from, and regardless if this application is still available or not available in Play Store. This process doesn't give two shits about it, and it works flawlessly. So I'd recommend using this if this is an option for you. Either this one between Honor devices, or if you have a new device that is, for instance, Xiaomi or other ones, you can use their application. And to give you a couple of the ones that I remember on top of my head, obviously Samsung uses Smart Switch, Xiaomi uses Mi Mover, Oppo and OnePlus use Clone Phone, Huawei uses Phone Clone, Honor obviously uses the device clone, Motorola I think has a Moto Move or something like that. But keep in mind, not every brand of device will have such an application. If you don't have such an application on that other device, you want to be able to do this and with this process. And you always are forced to use the application of the phone you're moving the data to. So the reason for that is that limitation is because each one of these companies makes their own application like this one. So they spend resources and they're trying to make your life easier to move to their device, not to allow you to use their resources that they spend for this application to just ditch them. So for that reason, I would say that's logical. But anyway, that's basically everything that there is for the backup. So let's move on to the reset. So we're gonna find our settings again, and now we're gonna go to System and Update again and select Reset. And here select Reset Phone, and this will present you with a list of data that will be removed by this process, which importantly includes things like music, photos, apps, accounts, and app data, and so on. Now when it comes down to accounts, it's not actually permanently removing the accounts themselves, is just removing them from the phone. You can still re-sign into them. They still actually exist on the cloud. So anyway, we're going to select Reset Phone, as I have nothing here that I want to back up, and you should have already backed up your device. And from here, you have a couple options. We have backup your device again, so we're going to ignore this. We have reset or reset but keep eSIM. If you added an eSIM card in here, then you have options to either remove it or to keep it. If you're switching to a new phone, you probably will want to select the reset only, which will get rid of your eSIM. Now, if you're resetting this device because, I don't know, maybe it's just working weirdly, but you're going to continue using it after the reset, then you might probably be interested in the last one, with keeping the eSIM. I'm going to select the middle one right here and reset it anyway, while also removing eSIM, which doesn't even exist here, just for simplicity's sake. And as you can see, it's now resetting the device, and this process will take about a minute, 2 minutes or so to finish up. And once it's completed, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.